dedicated to getting results. The I-Team.
Tonight, what happened to this military memento? A marker of this young soldier's life cut short. It's still a mystery.
It needs to be looked into further by somebody who can really look into this to see if there is a loophole here or a problem.
Tonight, an all-new I-Team investigation into a major possible loophole uncovered in Jacksonville's postal system.
From accusations of phony security cameras to lost mail, we investigate how secure the post office and your mail really is. I-Team investigator Lindsay Gardner spent 4 weeks in touch with the United States Postal Service trying to get answers and action for this lost legacy. Lindsay.
Joy Tark, the United States Postal Service did step up to help this family, but only after the I-Team got involved.
It's still fresh.
Life without 23-year-old Zach DeBoe is still dark for his family.
This is a memorial box that Zach got from his unit.
One day it will be filled with Zach's life story, but his family isn't ready to pack it up just yet. The Army specialist from Mandarin died suddenly in May from a heart condition. News 4 Jax was there when he was buried on Memorial Day. Fast forward to today, and while battling grief, his family is now locked in a new battle with the United States Postal Service over this priceless memory of Zach's life, his fingerprint living on in a silver necklace, mailed to Zach's widow, but it never made it to her in Washington State. Ron Rollo, Zach's stepfather, says he mailed that package from here, the post office on Sunbeam Road.
To me, it's a mystery of what happened to this item. As far as we know, it never was scanned in.
Rollo used this self-serving kiosk, a popular choice at the busy location. He showed us his priority mailing receipt with up to $50 standard insurance, and he figured at the very least he'd attempt to claim that.
So far, I've got 2 denial letters.
The post office writing in both denials, there is no record of the package entering the mail stream.
Later, we found out that the first scan does not happen until it reaches the main sorting facility here in Jacksonville, which is off of Kings Avenue.
If that's true, that location is 14 miles away. The I-Team went to investigate further. We saw postal workers tossing packages into this huge bin with no scan. Rollo also went to retrace his steps.
I'm looking around for cameras. There's got to be a camera.
We counted 14 total, 1 outside by the entrance and 13 more inside, including at least 2 at the kiosk. So Rollo went back to press the manager and included pictures of the security cameras in his appeal letters.
And to my surprise, the manager tells me that none of the cameras work. Only one of them does, but it's actually a live feed, so nothing is recorded on DVR. To me, that was a complete surprise.
And he feels a major security loophole.
It's not about $50 at all at this point. To me, it's about just the integrity of the post office.
We pressed the U.S. Postal Service repeatedly for answers, and they would only tell the I-Team the information we received indicates the cameras at this post office are operational. Security cameras are utilized in our facilities to ensure the safety and security of our customers and employees, as well as the postal property and assets. The I-Team discovered that roughly half of all complaints made to the Postal Service are about lost packages. 2 million people made official complaints in the latest audit, but only 15% of them requested for an official search. The audit found that's because postal workers routinely told customers to wait 30 days before filing a complaint when they should have filed even sooner. The I-Team also found there's a mail recovery center in Atlanta. It received 88 million lost or undelivered items in fiscal year 2014. Just 2.5 million of those items were actually returned to the rightful owners. That is less than 3%. And the remaining 85.5 million items left unclaimed, donated, auctioned, or destroyed.
So what do you want the general public to know about this?
There has to be more accountability. Give the consumer the ability to scan the package while it's going into the kiosk.
We do want to share with you, since we got involved and began making calls to the United States Postal Service, that they finally answered that final appeal letter with the insurance check for $57. So the $50 for the insurance and the $7 to mail the package. Now, there was no letter attached, no apology, and they did not admit any wrongdoing. Also, in a twist of fate, the funeral home that made those necklaces in the first place accidentally placed a duplicate order. So the day after our interview, they showed up on their doorstep and dropped off 3 more necklaces to Zach's family at no additional charge. They really felt like that was Zach honoring his memory there for his family. I know.
Well, Lindsay, I want to ask you, you mentioned earlier that the audit found some postal workers were telling customers to wait nearly a month before filing for an official search request for a lost package, but even federal regulators say that's too long. So what are viewers supposed to do if that happens?
Right. The Office of Inspector General was looking at the practices from the postal workers, and they said, yeah, that they were giving people the wrong advice. Not 30 days. They should be filing immediately, as soon as 5 days, when they realize that something goes missing. So you want to save your receipt, just like Ron Rollo did. File immediately, as I mentioned. I mean, they say 5 days. I'd file even sooner because, heck, when you're looking for something, every hour, every minute really does count. And they also say you should consider buying additional insurance, especially if the item is replaceable. Now, of course, these necklaces were worth about $300 a piece. That's not even including the sentimental value of knowing something like that has gone missing. But just things that we all should keep it in, considering of the holiday shipping season coming up.
Yeah, which is right around the corner.
I know.
Great advice. Thanks for your report, Lindsay. Right now on news4jax.com, we've also included more details on what we uncovered in this Lost Legacy I-Team investigation. And to help you, we have information about how to file an initial claim, even appeal a claim that is denied. Just look for this story on the homepage of news4jax.com.